What's up? Just recording a quick class, and this class is going to be pretty mellow, pretty low to the ground. So you are welcome to find a comfortable seat on the floor, or if the floor is not accessible, you are welcome to be on the edge of a bed, on the edge of your chair, wherever you would like to be. And right when you settle into whatever comfortable seat you're going to be in, if you feel comfortable closing the eyes, you're welcome to do that, or maybe just focusing on a point in front of you. And just starting to check in with how you're showing up right now, maybe what's bringing you to this class right now, if it's that you need a little bit of movement, that you need something for checking in with the body, with the breath, relieving some stress, checking with the emotions, and whatever it is. Maybe it's all of that and none of that, doesn't matter, but just noticing what it is for you. And just remembering that we're constantly going to have an invasion of thoughts, feels, stressors at any given moment. So the idea is that we are aware of when that is happening and then actively bringing our attention back to whatever it is we're doing right now. And so as you just start to notice how you're showing up, maybe any thoughts or feels that you are already showing up with, you're welcome to just kind of bounce the shoulders, maybe shake out the hands, shake out the wrists, and just start to feel yourself kind of letting go in the body, letting loose any comfortable, expressive movements that you need to do to kind of show up and use this rest of the time for yourself. And so you can start to release a little bit more, and then as you're ready, starting to find some stillness. Maybe the hands rest on your lap, on the legs, then eyes can close or focusing down. And then starting to focus our attention on our breath. And so this might mean noticing the next time you breathe in, what that feels like. Noticing what it feels like the next time you breathe out. You don't have to be breathing in any controlled way. It can just be the natural breath. And then at your own time, in your own way, you can start to control the breath a little bit more. So that might mean breathing in a little bit more than you just were, and breathing out a little bit more than you just were. And then just allowing yourself to stay with that, taking as long of breaths in as you'd like, and as long as breaths out as you would like, maybe twice as long. And if the hands would like to stay resting down on the lap, you're welcome to stay there. Or maybe a hand goes on top of the heart, on top of the chest, maybe the other one on top of the stomach. And connecting to the movement that's happening as you breathe. So as you take that breath in, what's filling up and lifting up. And as you exhale, what's relaxing back down. And so staying here, just noticing the rhythm of the way that you're breathing, the way that you are moving as you breathe. And however we're showing up to practice today, letting this awareness of the breath, connection to the breath and the movement happening, just let that be a reminder of our sense of aliveness, our ability to notice and be aware and connect. And so as you continue to stay with your breath just like this for a little bit longer, you can also follow the sound. Starting to check in with how you're breathing, how the body's moving now, what that rhythm is looking like and feeling like for you. Take another big breath in together. Another big breath out, seeing if you can exhale it through the nose. And then if the hands are resting on the body, you can start to drop them on the knees or in your lap, and we'll just bring some subtle movements in with the shoulders. So the next inhale, you can start to lift the shoulders up towards the ears. The next exhale, just slowly letting them drop back down. And staying with that for a little bit longer. You can go faster or slower than me. Breathing in, letting the shoulders rise up. Breathing out, actively pulling them down, maybe a little bit further than you did the first time, seeing how that feels in the sides of the neck, maybe the shoulders. Again, inhaling up, exhaling down. We'll do two more like this, and I'm going to bring in one more variation of this. And so keeping it nice and slow for the last one. And maybe this last one, shoulders drop down even more. You can reach up through the crown of the head, check in with the sides of the neck, and then you can keep it slow, or next 3 breaths, we'll try a little bit different. Breathing in, shoulders can lift up. This time, sighing out the mouth, letting the shoulders drop. 2 more. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, let it go. Last one. And checking in, noticing how that felt. And then really subtle just movements with the head and the neck. So breathing in, trying to sit up a little bit taller, maybe pressing the sit bones or the legs down. Breathing in, crown of the head can reach up. Next, exhale, dropping one ear to one shoulder, checking in with that opposite side of the neck. Inhaling through center, exhale, other side. And so eyes can remain closed or focusing down, especially if you want to give your eyes a little break from the screen. And as you go side to side, again, checking in with the opposite side of the neck, seeing if you want to drop the opposite shoulder down in a way to take the stretch a little bit further. We hold a lot in our neck and shoulders, and so just being cautious with whatever is coming up, but also being patient with yourself. Just being aware of how the body is feeling right now, and then doing what we need to do to support it, whether it's taking the stretch further or not. And so one more time on each side, and then we're going to hold. And so the next time you drop your right ear to your right shoulder, you can pause there. First option, again, you can drop that left shoulder down and away. Or you might bring the left fingertips into the ground, kind of pushing the ground away from you, and you might already feel that stretch go a little bit further down the sides of the neck, down the shoulder. You can stay right here. Or you can bring the right hand up and over on top of the left ear, noticing that little weight that you just added to your head. Maybe changing the stretch a little bit more. Try to take a big breath in through the nose. Big breath out through the nose. Staying here for a couple more breaths. And then last option here. The next time you breathe in, you can start to tilt your chin up towards the ceiling. And as you breathe out, start to tilt the chin down towards the right shoulder. You can notice how that's feeling in the sides of the neck, and take a couple more. Breathing in, looking up. Ooh, little crack in my neck. Breathing out, looking down. Again, take it nice and slow. You can go at a speed that works for your body. Last one. And then the next time the chin is towards the right shoulder, bring both hands back into your lap. And then we'll just start to do little rocks with the head side to side. Ooh, notice how that left side is feeling, maybe a little bit tender. And again, go really slow, almost like you're tracing the collarbones with your chin. And taking a couple more, noticing how this feels in the back of the neck. And then the next time your ear is rocked over towards the left shoulder, again, pause here. And then we'll go right back into our options. So first option, just to see how this side's feeling, drop the right shoulder down in a way. If that already feels like too much, whoop, pop it back up. Otherwise, if you want to take it a little bit further, maybe the right fingertips push into the ground. Again, like you're trying to move the ground away from you. Take a breath or two. Breathe into whatever's going on this side. And then that next option, if you want to bring the left hand up and over, resting on top of the right ear. Maybe you're already feeling a slight difference with that added weight to the head. And take a long breath in. Long breath out. One more before we add those tilts. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then if that worked for you on the other side, or you just want to test it out here, next breath in, maybe looking up towards the ceiling, tilting the chin up. Breathing out, chin towards the left shoulder. And keep it slow. Check in with what's happening in the sides of the neck. And we'll do last two. And then same thing, the next time you exhale with your chin towards your shoulder, bring the hands back to the lap. And then this time you can drop the head back, noticing how it feels in the front of the throat. And then exhale, chin towards your chest. And start taking these full circles a couple times in each direction. And so when you're ready, switch, bringing the head the opposite way around. You can start to add in anything. Maybe start to move the torso a little bit. I always turn into a weird little creature with these movements. Just start to do something that feels right for one more big breath, and then we'll start to pause in the center. From here, we'll breathe in, opening the arms all the way out. You can go right back to dropping your head back a little bit, lifting up through the chest, maybe circling the wrists, scrunching up the fingers a few times, and then exhale, big hug, wrapping the arms in front of the chest, opposite shoulders, and drop your chin towards your chest, and now big rock side to side. And we'll keep going with this. Again, always go at your own pace. It doesn't have to look exactly like what's happening with me. We all have different experiences, different bodies that we're showing up with, so do you. Breathe in, opening all the way back up. If you want to add the rolling of the wrists, scrunching of the fingers. Exhale, this time opposite arm can cross in the front. I don't remember which one I did, I never do, so just be aware of that for next time. Chin towards the chest, big rock side to side, full breaths in. Big breaths out. We'll do two more. Breathing in, opening up. Breathing out, little hug. Last one. Big breath in, open it up. Big breath out, cross it, round forward. Take one more big breath here. You're welcome to try to exhale with an HM humming sound and kind of feel that vibration. Breathing in, breathing out. I know it feels corny, but whatever. Next breath in, arms can open back up, and you can just start to make some big circles with the arms. Breathing in, arms can lift up and back. Exhaling down. And breathing in, breathing out. Last two. Last one. From here, we'll just start to make our way into a tabletop. And so you're welcome to have something underneath the knees if you need a little bit of support. Let me just peep something real quick. All right, cool. So having your knees on the ground, right underneath the hips, wrists can be right underneath the shoulders. I usually like to have my toes tucked just to get an added little stretch for the bottoms of my feet, but you're welcome to have the feet flat. And just taking a moment to connect here first. And so you can start to spread the fingers nice and wide, kind of feel the hands, the palms pressing down. Maybe feeling the connection of the knees on the floor. You can do a little rocking of the hips side to side just to see where we're at. We were seated for a bit. And then start to come right back to noticing your tabletop. We'll take one more breath in just to connect. One breath out to settle in. And then let's get to the backs of the legs. So you can walk the hands a little bit further forward. Keep that connection of the hands really pressing down. Now if the feet are flat on the floor, you can tuck the toes. We'll take one inhale here. As you exhale, start to push the ground away, lift the knees up, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. You can start to drop your head down, start to pedal into the feet. Again, checking in with the backs of the legs. How are the calves doing? Hamstrings, hips. Even noticing glutes, low back, mid back, upper back, shoulders, really everything here. So taking a few more breaths to move it out, breathe it out. Sometimes it can be hard to say no to people or things in life, so you can also shake your head out no here. Just give yourself permission to be like, nah, I'm good. Shake it out. Take one more big breath in through the nose. We'll sigh it out through the mouth. Next breath in, see if you can lift up high on your toes, lifting the hip creases up towards the ceiling. Exhale, dropping some weight into your heels. Notice how that feels in the calf. One more inhale. Exhale, drop the knees to the ground. From here, you can start to bring your knees as wide as what feels comfortable. Slowly send the hips towards the heels, reach the arms forward in child's pose. So you're welcome to have the forehead resting down. You can do big rock side to side, kind of massaging the forehead where we hold a lot of emotion, a lot of worry. Breathing in, breathing out. Take 2 more big full breaths right here. And then we'll take it into a bit of a side stretch. And so the next time you exhale, you can walk both hands over towards the right. Left hand can be on top, fingers interlaced. You can reach the fingers towards the right, drop the hips towards the heels, forehead can still be down. Notice how this feels on the left side the next time you breathe in. And the next time you breathe out. One more, breathing in, breathing out. Next breath in, passing back through center. And then exhaling the other side, walking both hands towards the left. Right hand can be on top, fingers interlaced. Reaching towards the left, dropping the hips towards the heels, forehead down. I'm not so that you can hear me, but taking a long breath in, again, noticing the right side. Long breath out to settle in. One more time. Next time you breathe in, back to center. We'll pull ourselves back up to a tabletop. You can bring the knees back underneath the hips. Take a moment to connect again right here. And then just a couple cat-cows. So as you breathe in, you can let the belly drop towards the ground. Think about reaching the chest through the shoulders, lifting up the head. Exhale, round everything forward, kind of pushing the ground away, pulling the belly button in, shin can go towards your chest. And just allow yourself to move with your breath. So start to connect back to that rhythm, to the way that you're breathing, the way that you're moving, allowing the inhale to lift up. Exhale to round forward. Take maybe 3 more on your own. And then we'll see if we can hold a little bit longer in each direction. If it doesn't feel right to hold, keep it moving like this. Otherwise, the next time you inhale up into cow, chest up, sit bones lifting up. Take another breath in, another breath out. And notice what you're feeling, where you're feeling it. Last inhale. Exhale, start to pull the belly button in towards the spine, push the ground away, and rounding into cat. Same thing, we'll hold for a couple breaths so you can really pull your chin towards your chest. Pushing the ground away with the hands, noticing what's going on in the shoulders, upper back, breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Next time you breathe in, coming back into a tabletop, stretching the bottoms of the feet so you can start to tuck the toes. You can start to walk the knees in so that they're touching. Slowly start to walk the hands back, resting the hands on top of the thighs. Maybe already feeling it in the soles of the feet. This is going to bring up a lot of sensations. We're going to try to distract ourselves with the upper body. Breathing in, you can circle the arms all the way up. Breathing out, twisting towards the right. Arms can be straight out, maybe rolling out the wrist. Breathing in through center, looking at the palms as they touch. Try not to think about your feet. Exhale, opening up towards the left. Again, maybe rolling out the fingers, not thinking about your feet. Couple more, breathing in, circling up. Breathing out, twisting to the right. Breathing in back to center. Breathing out to the left. Breathing back into center, almost done. You can take one more inhale to look up, lift up. Exhale, find tabletop with your hands, untuck your toes, tap them out. Ooh. let it go. And then from here, take a moment to just breathe, process that for a bit. I don't know about y'all, but that always brings up a lot in my feet. They do so much for us, so might as well give back. Slowly start to walk the hands back towards yourself. This time, feet are flat on the floor. We're not going to put ourselves through that again. You can have your hands resting on top of the legs. And just take a couple breaths to reconnect. And so after some intensity, we might have started to have a faster breath. We might have started to get a little pissed or like hold some tension in our face. And so we'll take a big breath in through the nose. Big breath out, open the mouth. And so 2 more like that. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last one. Breathing in. Breathing out. Okay, you're welcome to keep yourself like this, or if this is wildly uncomfortable, you can go back to sitting flat on your booty. We'll inhale, circle the arms all the way up. You can interlace your fingers at the top. I know you can't see, but flip your palms towards the ceiling. And then just exhale, leaning up and over towards one direction. Inhale, center, exhale to switch. So just going to take a moment to lean side to side, checking in with the side body a little bit. All right, and then circle the arms all the way back down, coming up into a tabletop again. From here, we're going to go into low lunge. So you're welcome to just get yourself there. It doesn't need to be graceful. I'm going into it from downward dog. You can follow me or ignore me. Starting to tuck the toes. Exhale, hips back up towards the ceiling. You can take a moment to kind of shift the weight around, pedal the feet out. And then starting to find some stillness here. We'll breathe in, right leg can reach all the way up and back. Take a moment to rotate the ankle out a couple times. And then exhale to step the right foot through. Again, doesn't have to get there perfectly. You can start to drop the left knee down. Keep the back toes tucked or not, it's up to you. We'll kind of take a moment here with the hands framing the front foot. See if you can start to pull the front hip crease back a little bit. That might change what you're feeling in the left hip. Take a long breath in through the nose. Long breath out through the nose. And then really slowly, next inhale, see if you can start to lead with your chest, almost like you're trying to send your chest past your front toes. And then you can start to keep lifting up. Fingertips can start to come off the ground. Maybe bring your hands interlaced on top of the right knee. Starting to lift up through the chest. The head can drop back. Again, checking in with this left hip. How are we doing? How are we feeling? And then see if you can stay for another long breath in. Another long breath out. Another breath like that. Breathing in, looking up. Breathing out. Next, inhale. If you were leaned back, you can start to come up to center. Bringing the hands back down to frame the front foot. You can keep the left hand down. We'll breathe in, right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Noticing how it feels to start to pull the shoulder blades together behind you. Maybe looking up towards the top hand, breathing in. Breathing out. One more time, breathing in, breathing out. From here, you can start to bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot, toe heeling the right foot out towards the side. You can have the heel closer towards your body and the toes facing out, so it's kind of a little diagonal. Taking a little lizard pose, and so you can keep your hands pressing into the ground, maybe add a little leaning and rocking side to side. And just focus on what's going on in the right hip here. Ooh, I'm feeling it. And so take a couple more breaths. You're welcome to start to drop down if you want to and have the space, maybe to the forearms. Taking 3 more big breaths here wherever you need to be. Eyes can close or rest down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last 2. One more option here. You can start to turn towards the right leg. Maybe the right hand's on top of the right thigh, and you kind of push the leg away. Keep turning the chest open towards the right. Maybe looking up towards the ceiling or over the right shoulder. Only here for another breath in and another breath out. Starting to bring both hands back to the center, toe heeling the right foot all the way back in. Right hand can start to go to the outside of the foot. Tucking the toes, pushing the hands down. Push right back into downward dog. Wiggle it out, breathe it out. And then finding your stillness in downward dog, we'll breathe the left leg up. Really point through the toes. Take a moment to just feel that stretch. And then exhale, left foot steps between the hands. Taking a moment to find your footing. Never has to be graceful. Dropping the back knee down, keeping the back toes tucked on the mat. And taking a couple breaths just to notice. Settle in, breathing in. Breathing out. Trying to look past the front toes. And then those slow, subtle movements. So trying to lead with the chest, breathing in, almost like you're trying to send the chest past the toes. You can keep lifting up. Maybe the fingertips come off the ground. Interlacing the fingers on top of the left knee. Maybe you stay right here if the right hip is feeling really tight, or starting to lift up through the chest and kind of leaning back, lifting up the head, checking in with the right hip, breathing in. Breathing out. Taking another breath here. Last one. Inhale. If you're really leaning back, start to come back up to center. Bringing the right hand to the ground. We'll inhale, opening up the left arm up towards the ceiling, maybe rotating the wrist a couple times. Taking a moment here, breathing in. Breathing out. And we'll take it into our lizard. So you can start to drop the left hand to the inside of the left foot, which is muscling a little. Starting to toe heel the left foot out towards the side, and it can be at a little bit of a diagonal. You can kind of lean with it, rock with it for a bit, checking in as always. And then making any adjustments that you need to on this side. So it doesn't have to be the same exact way you did the right side. I'll get it together in a moment. Just notice how you need to cater to each side of the body. And so you can start to notice how it feels to be lifted up on the hands, either staying here or lowering down. 3 more big breaths. Last one can be the biggest breath. And then again, staying here, we have that option. So if you lower down, you can lift up, bringing the left hand to the inside of the left leg, and then slowly turning the chest open towards the left, maybe looking over the left shoulder. We'll breathe in, breathing out. One more time. Next time you breathe in, bringing the hands back to center. From here, you can just bring the left foot back. Exhale it for child's pose. So having the forehead rest down, you can rock the head side to side and take 3 to 5 breaths here, just kind of letting that go. And so we'll just take our time in child's pose so you can start to allow the exhales to get a little bit bigger. Either through the nose or the mouth. And as you stay in child pose, kind of getting absorbed in that darkness that you have created with the head down. And as you continue to focus on your breath, what you're feeling, how you're feeling, you can also follow the sound of the singing bowl. And so this is where we are going to end our practice for the day. You are welcome to take some time for yourself, lying on your back in Shavasana, doing any other little movements or breathing that you need to do. But from your child's pose, just allow yourself to feel supported, feel aware of what is going on for you today, and maybe what you need to carry with you through the rest of your day, rest of your week, rest of your month. And let showing up for yourself for this practice not only be for you, but allow it to ripple to the people that you encounter through the rest of your day and that you let into your energy and into your circle. And so, as you take a few more deep breaths, I just want to thank you for taking time to do this class and honoring the light and the dark sides of us all always. Namaste and take care.